Hey Glitz crew, how you doing? So today we'll be doing this beautiful not polished blocking design. Do you want to see how I did it? Keep watching. So we start the ombre by placing the bead, feathering that bead up the nail to have a smooth transition when we add the cover powder. Now we begin the blocking design, so we add the cover powder first, drag it down to how far we want it down the nail, then use an X-Acto knife and nip it. So after placing the first color, we now add the second color, which is blue. We place it right up to that line that we just created by cutting the acrylic while it was wet. We now add that, drag it down and cut it just the same. Now you're gonna realize that my sizes for the blue blocking, they were not the same. Now if you want them to be the same, what you can do is, you see how I overlap the blue on the nude? You try to minimize that as best as possible, so that way you have a better estimate of how big or how small you have that design. Now we add butterflies. So you want to apply a thin, wet layer of clear acrylic and use that as a base to adhere those butterflies. That way you don't bulk up the nail unnecessarily and they will stick just fine. Now we encapsulate that design. You want to ensure that there are no air bubbles, so try and work with the acrylic a bit wet, and also you can swipe brush on the butterflies just to get them, you know, a bit wet before you add the bead. If not, you will have a lot of bubbles. So now it's time to do the ombre nails, and that blue has had enough time to completely dry. That way we don't contaminate the nude with the blue. And so you add one bead to each nail just to get the ombre going and allow it to dry a bit. Then go back in with your bigger bead and actually start to blend the ombre. And I find that blue is a bit harder to blend when doing ombre, so just take your time, don't worry, we all struggle. So here we're adding small pieces of gold leaf diagonally across that ombre nail, well, on both of them, just to complete the design to match with those gold butterflies. So to complete the ombre nails, we now cap in clear, and as stated before, you want to work with the clear a bit wetter than normal, just so you don't have a lot of air bubbles within that layer, because they will show. So just take your time. So now we're going to reveal the blocking design, which is why as long as you have that line perfectly straight to how you want it, no matter how you put that second color, which is the blue, over that nude, it's gonna come out crisp. So don't worry. So we're gonna use our e-file to debulk and reveal that design. So this is after filing and buffing, which I did off camera. And here is a little snippet of me adding top coat. Now I normally add a base coat, then a top coat, that way I have less scratches showing up. And here is the finished product. I hope you guys really liked this design and liked watching me do this design. I promise I'm working on the visuals and the sound. See you soon.